What's up, Yo Gang? Good morning. We're still at the vacation spot. I still had to cook, so I just thought I should bring y'all along with it, and we're having breakfast this morning. This morning, we are gonna have us some biscuits and gravy. Very, very simple. Another slam bam, and this is what you're gonna need. You're going to need a roll of sausage. You're gonna need some bacon. You're gonna need some self-rising flour, some crushed red pepper, some ground black pepper, some white salt, and some milk. Now for your biscuits, this is a totally different style of biscuits. This is also slam bam. These are 7-Up biscuits. I know you're gonna look over here and say, well, yo, that's not 7-Up. Okay, well, I didn't have 7-Up, I got Sprite. What you're gonna need is a stick of butter. You're gonna need a cup and a half of sour cream and 5 cups of Biscuit, that is pancake mix. So I use Biscuit because it is the better option for me. I enjoy this recipe a whole lot. So with that being said, you already know. Let me wash up so we can get started. All right, so this is not your mama, not your grandma biscuits and gravy. This is Yoki biscuits and gravy. And we are gonna start off by cutting about not too much bacon. I am going to use the bacon grease to actually fry the sausage in, and I am going to also put my bacon back in because who wastes bacon? It will take it to another level, most definitely. So I am going to cut about, I would say about 6 slices of bacon, and very finely. You don't want it to be too chunky because I also like my sausage to be broken up quite small. But the goal is the bacon fat. Bacon fat is the absolute starter of this meal. And because this is thick cut bacon, we have 5 slices of bacon. We're gonna just cut this up quite small. I'm going to go back and just make some adjustments to that. Very small pieces. So you're going to cut them the short way, and then you're gonna cut them in half. You can do this however you, very small pieces. Now I would recommend to have your frying pan going because you want that to be hot when you drop this bacon in. Okay, we have our bacon all cut up, and we are going to add this to this pan. This frying pan should be quite hot at this point. Alright, so the goal here is to render as much of this bacon fat as possible. Ooh, bacon in the morning. Bacon anytime. So let me ask y'all a question. When y'all cooking bacon and you have that extra grease that's left over from the bacon, what do y'all do with it? Do y'all throw it away, or do you save it for, other meals? It's actually very, very good in rice. Instead of putting plain oil or butter or anything like that in your rice, if you add back bacon grease, it will take it to a whole nother level. Trust me. So I suggest that you keep it, put it in a container, and store it in the refrigerator. So we're gonna fry these up quite crispy. Turn this up just just a little bit. Okay, at this point, your bacon should be coming along quite well. Do not throw it away. We are going to actually garnish with our bacon bits. All right, we'll give that a second to fry down while we move into the next step. Okay, so the bacon is nice and crispy now. We are going to take that out of the grease. Just on a lined napkin so that it can absorb some of that grease and it's not so greasy. And you go, get ready to use it again. It's pretty much got some bacon bits here. In other words. Okay, now to this same grease. Okay, we got everything out. Now this here is the base of your biscuits and gravy. Your gravy to your biscuits. I'm gonna set this aside. And we are gonna come here to our sausage. And I'm just going to pretty much just squeeze this out of this. Okay. Squeeze it right out of the package into the frying pan. Very slowly because there is oil in this pan. Just push it out. Okay. You can use your same spatula. We're just going to break this up into this bacon grease. Personally, I like my sausage to be quite fine. So we're just going to break this down until it's nice, very small pieces. Now this bacon fat is going to take this sausage to another level, pretty much. So keep it all. It may seem excessive, but it's not. Trust me. Okay, it's coming along. And just keep breaking it up. So the sausage is also going to render some grease, which is fine, or some oil. But again, like I said, that's going to be your base to this. Your flavor. Okay, so we got it broken up into our fine pieces, as I was telling you a moment ago. And when you no longer see pink, you know you're doing all right. And if you can see, we're getting some nice brown pieces as well. And just keep breaking it up. Keep breaking it up. Okay, so as you can see, everything is quite broken up into, you know, everything is uniform. So at this point, we're gonna start off with a cup of flour. And we are going to gauge how much you are going to need to make that gravy. So we are just going to sprinkle the flour on top of it until it starts to pretty much absorb. So the more flour you add and the more milk you add is going to determine how much gravy you actually get. So as you can see, the flour is absorbing that oil. We still have some down there, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Just want to kind of dry it up a little bit. Okay, as you can see here, the flour is pretty much absorbed into the sausage. That's when you know you're doing well. So you're gonna cook that flour down. Okay, we got that flour cooking down in here. And now we are gonna go in with our milk. Whatever it is that you have, whole milk, 2%. I don't know about no almond milk or nothing like that, but you just want to make sure that you are using milk. Okay, so again, we're going to gauge it with our cup and slowly add this into, I want you to look at this flour. See how the flour is brown? That lets you know that the flour is cooked down. And it's also going to give it that nice, pretty color. Okay, now you want to slowly, let me get my other hand, drop the milk in. We're going to do a cup at a time and gauge and see what we are working with. All right, thickening up very quickly, see that? So we need more milk. Just continue to add your milk. Until you have a nice, smooth gravy. I like a lot of gravy. Okay, make sure everything is broken down because that flour was on all those biscuits on that sausage. All right, so you're gonna keep eyeballing and you're gonna keep stirring until it's nice and thick. Keep stirring, don't stop. Okay. I'm going to add another little splash. This was a quart of milk, and we used about a cup of flour. Okay, now we are going to get ready to start seasoning. Let's turn this down just a little bit. We are going to start seasoning our gravy. You are going to need some black pepper, crushed pepper, and some white salt. Let's get that black pepper in there. Black pepper is not only for taste, it's also for the look. When you have those little black pepper flakes in there. Just a few of your red pepper flakes and a nice amount of, a nice big pinch of salt. And give this a nice stir. You want to taste your gravy and make sure that it's tasty. If not, just add as needed as you go. Okay, so to a glass dish, cast iron pot, whatever it is that you have, you're gonna add a stick of butter to that. And you are going to let that melt. So what I'm gonna do is while I'm waiting, or while I am doing this, I'm going to just put this in the oven. So okay, now, your dry ingredients, super simple. You're gonna need a box of Biscuit and 5 cups of this. What you are going to do now is you're going to get you 4 cups of the Biscuit mix. 1, 2, 3, 4 cups of Biscuit mix, 1 cup of sour cream, use the same measuring cup. Let me get this here so you can see what I'm doing. One cup of sour cream. All right, that should do. Oh. Get all of that out. And in this same measuring cup, I am going to get 1 cup of Sprite. Sprite, 7-Up, whatever. Ooh. And add that to your mixture. Now it is going to be very sticky, so make sure that you incorporate it as much as possible before you take it out of the bowl. Get that sour cream worked out. Together. If you notice, in the bowl, the sour cream is going to kind of stay behind. Switch it up to a fork so that we can really get the Biscuit that's left at the bottom and get that incorporated nicely. Okay, on a clean, dry surface, you are going to put some Biscuit down because it is quite sticky. And you need to still be able to work with it. And we're just gonna get it out of this bowl, right on, see that sour cream? Right onto this Biscuit that's on here. help it out a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to add a little bit more on top, just so we don't get all stuck. Okay. And you're just now going to press. You don't have to do too much kneading to it because you want it to be fluffy. And depending on how flat you make it, or the less you roll it out, would be the fluffier the biscuit is going to be. So I just wanted to incorporate that a little bit. Just move that around a bit. Okay. Okay, now with the dough that's pressed out, I'm just gonna give it a couple folds because I want it to be fluffy. So I'm just gonna fold it over twice and then once. And with my rolling pin, I'm just gonna get a little bit more of this biscuit and just roll this around on here so that we don't have any sticking. And just gently roll that out a bit. Now we have, what is this, a 9x13 pan we have in the oven with the butter. So we can get quite a bit of biscuits in there. All right, not too thin. Not too thin, but obviously even, so that when you start punching them out, you don't have no wacky looking biscuits. All right. Okay, so I don't, let me check my butter. All right, the butter is, you don't want to burn it, so we got to take this out quite quickly before it starts to burn. As you can see, it started to burn already, but it's okay. While we're over here, let's take a look at our gravy. Nice and thick. Now the stove is off, so this is pretty much just sitting while we get our biscuits done. Now, I don't have a cookie cutter or a biscuit cutter or anything, so we're gonna use a cup. We're gonna use a cup to punch these biscuits out and place in our pan. I like kind of nice, round, bigger biscuits. Now, when you're punching your biscuit, do not twist the cup. You just wanna apply pressure and take that off, like so. Like so. Now it looks like we're gonna have quite a bit of dough left, so I'm gonna re-roll that and get a few more. Because we do have the 9x13 pan. Into your buttered pan, you are just going to place those biscuits. Very, very simple. I can only get 6 in here. Okay, like so. Let me add these together. And this is gonna go into the oven for 15 minutes at between 400, depending on your oven, between 400 and 420. So 415 will probably be a good place to be. All right, 15 minutes later, let's look at these biscuits. Ooh, perfectly golden brown. Now, I was going to, but I do have a lot of butter in the bottom of this pan, but so I'm not. I'm just going to go ahead and take my biscuit. Now, I know that there's a lot of right way, wrong way. Do you split your biscuit and put your gravy on, or do you just put your gravy on top? What is it that you do? Let me know in the comments. Let me tell you what I do. I split my biscuit. Look at that. Woo. I split my biscuit and I put my gravy on top. So let's get this gravy. Boy, that looks so good. Nice and thick. What a breakfast. Just add you some beautiful home goodness top of these biscuits, as much or as little as possible, or not even as possible, as you want. Look at, oh, don't you go nowhere. Look at that. How good does that look? Let me bring it a little closer for you. How good does that look? See, when I was telling you about the black pepper is not only for taste, it's also for look. If your gravy don't have black pepper in it, you did something wrong. Let's get this taste. Soft, fluffy biscuits. If you've never tried the 7-Up Sprite biscuit combination, make sure that you try it quick and easy. Look at that. Boy, that's good. It ain't good because I fixed it. It's good, good. Make sure that you try it. Let me get one more bite. Ladies and gentlemen, biscuits and gravy. Simple, very quick. Saturday mornings, it will be a hit. If you're a biscuit and gravy lover, I love Southern food. I love comfort food. And this is what I'm bringing for y'all. All of the comfort food that I can think of for you to incorporate in your daily, or not your daily, but on your weekends, whenever you have time to just, sit and relax with your family. Yoke Gang, listen. If you have not yet checked out www.yokegang.com, make sure that you do. Pick up a patch. T-shirts are coming soon. Y'all already know I love y'all for life, and I love food. Peace.